Look at that. Hi, I'm Schuey, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to put a twist on an old favourite, steak, eggs and chips. It's time to start thinking outside of the box. Now, there's a couple of things done differently to make this, so don't skip ahead or you might miss something. Just sit back, grab a drink or two, and let's get into it. Now, I did say let's think outside the box. It's time to get our chips ready. So I like to start with large potatoes and peel them. Just like that. Now that our potatoes are all peeled, we need to hollow them out. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to use a melon baller. Unfortunately, I can't just spin around and these are going to hollow out like I peeled them. But what I can do is throw them up and look at that, it just falls out. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you can do it the old tedious manual way, and that is by just using the melon baller and just scooping it in and taking it out piece by piece and being careful just not to take too much in one hit. And then once the wall of the entire potato is about 5 mil thick, we can fry these in oil at 180 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Just be careful getting them out of the hot oil. Remember, there is a pocket there, so you want to turn them upside down. As you can see, I'm using a ladle and the tongs. Don't want to burn yourself. So just place them on a wire rack. And all we're going to do is give them just a bit of a sprinkle with some salt flakes and a little bit of coarse ground black pepper. Use the tongs, flip it over, and do the same. Bit of salt, bit of coarse black pepper. Now I'm going to be needing a high indirect heat today, so I'm going to use a 57 centimetre Weber kettle and I'm going to pair it up with one of my kettle cones, and this is going to make sure I'm getting temperatures of 240 degrees Celsius and above. Now how I'll do that is I will 3/4 fill a chimney starter with briquettes, and once they're lit up I'll dump them into a kettle cone. You don't need to fully load that kettle cone up. You need to allow some airflow. If you choke it off with too much fuel, you won't get those high temps. Next up, just going to put the grill back in place. Put the lid on, making sure all the vents are wide open. We're going to give that 10 minutes to warm up. And now for the steak part. Remembering, we're thinking outside of the box for this cook. I'm using a brisket and chuck steak mix that I got my butcher to pass through his grinder once on a coarse setting. So just place enough of that coarse mince into each potato, remembering that we still haven't got to the egg part, and I think you'll sort of know where that's going. Just push it in, work it in with your fingers. So just remember, leave room for an egg. Then I'll just give these a light seasoning with one of my favourite beef rubs, and today it's Elk Creek AP rub. Doesn't need a lot. That's it. How simple was that? Nearly as simple as liking this video. Pop these in the Weber and we'll check on them in 20 minutes. The Weber lid vent creates a hot spot, so I recommend turning it 1/3 of the way every 10 minutes or so during a cook. It's been 20 minutes, it's time to check our potato and our steak mix. The steak mix needs to be reading an internal temp of 74 degrees Celsius. Because meat has bacteria on it, once it gets minced, it gets all mixed through. So that's why you have to cook mince to a higher temp than you'd normally cook a steak. And that's why we're going to use an instant read thermometer, just to be sure. Surely by now you've subscribed to the channel, and while you're there, you might as well hit that bell button, and that way you'll be notified every time I upload new content. Now that the steak element of our cook is nearly ready, we can add our egg part. Just crack the eggs and place the contents of one egg into each potato. This is another dish that you don't need the eggshells, so you can throw them out. The eggs will take around 15 minutes to cook like this, and you'll know when they're cooked because the egg whites actually turn white and they've hardened up a bit. We are cooking with a high indirect heat of 240 degrees Celsius and above today. The grilling time on this cook is 35 minutes, and add an extra 5 minutes for each potato that you need to deep fry. Or for those of you who like to use my beer timer, you're looking at a 2-beer cook. Cheers. Now I want to add a nice drizzle of sauce when these are cooked. So into a saucepan, I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of passata, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of raw sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of Tabasco sauce. A good pinch of salt flakes and a little bit of fine black pepper. Then just stir this over a medium heat until it all dissolves. Allow it to cool a little and then you can add it to a squeezy bottle. This is the longest part of the cook because it might take 6 hours to get the sauce into the bottle. Well, our steak, eggs and chips are ready to come off the heat. So I just like to use a spatula and some tongs just to get them off. Now I like to garnish these with a good drizzle of that spicy sauce and some green stuff that most of you people call parsley. And now for the bit we've all been waiting for. Look at that. Well, this is my twist on an old favourite. Trust me, this will become a new favourite once you've had your first mouthful. So simple, yet so incredibly tasty. As always, cheers for watching.